Yes, hello, Trippy. Please remember to like, even if you're a long-term fan, because them likes hold off the attacks from the wrong uns. Yeah. And subscribe if you're new, yo. At least if you like the video channel. Anyway, yo. So I did a preview, yeah, of Savannah Marshall and what's her face, the greatest wig of all time, Shields, Clarissa Shields. Now, I was quite disturbed by it's quite clear, to be frank. If you look at the snippet, I put it in a short. If you haven't seen it, right, here it is again, okay? Here it is again, check it out. It's quite disturbing.
The fact that we were both screwing each other got us here.
I didn't have to say to you.
But you did.
It's the fact that I even gave you attention. I had to build
You're joking. You lost the plot.
I had to build
Your bed fell off.
And, it's quite clear. There's no messing, right? It's quite clear. Yeah, them two got together in rug munch. I don't know if it's like some kind of humiliation ritual. They got to say that. I don't know. Because they've been given this massive fight. This massive fight, and it might be part of that. Because then they're pushing rug munching, which is obviously an agenda thing. Hugh Fury. I saw Hugh Fury looking at it all the time, man. He's in love. He's in love. He looks in good health too, Huey. I know he's meant to be ill, but I think it's all the banging he's been doing on top of Savannah. Yeah. With Peter Fury, come on, lad, one more, come on, lad. In his cup with the door, listen, to make sure that business is being taken care of and not is busted by Huey. Will this affect Marshall, all this banging Huey? No, because, again, as I said many times, a woman don't need much work. Sorry, man, that's the bulldog man snorting. He does the snorting thing sometimes, but yeah. So, I think a woman basically just lays back. Huey just gets on top of her and smashes her. All the energy expended is Huey. Even in if you got a woman who's quite what do you care, experimental in bed, as they say. I don't like this kind of talk, but they don't do much, do they? Just make good noises and notch you off and then put their ass in the air. It's not that difficult, is it? Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. It's sickening. I'm trying to get away from talking about, Zeke's and Corey's. Obviously, Corey. Anyway, so the one thing I missed in my preview of Savannah Marshall and Clarissa, the greatest wig of all time, Shields, was now this is the work of a guy called Neil Baker. He's one of my fans. Everyone knows that I read all my fans' comments and I comment on them, almost every single one. By the way, have you noticed them spams I used to get? Talking about I'll comment in German and Spanish and the Russian ones about coming to their websites. They've disappeared, man. I mean, how long did it take you to figure out how to stop those guys from spamming? Anyway, it's pathetic. But so I read my comments, and comment on every single one as far as I can. Sometimes there's just too many. But so this guy, my boy, Neil Baker, he's red-pilled, and he's got an eye for things, right? And this is something he wrote a couple of weeks back. I'll just read it out. In the Marshall v. Fields fight, I look out for the colour purple. Okay? That's the colour of the royalty, and that gimmick WBC Elizabethan belt. Okay? Maybe purple shorts, worn, or a purple clothing in the press conference weigh-in. This is way before today's weigh-in, by the way. Let me be clear. Okay? This may seem far-fetched to many, but just remember this year's main event, the staged invasion of Ukraine. Think colours. It says LA Rams win Super Bowl 56, Real Madrid Champions League, Golden State Warriors NBA Finals. I mean, I don't really watch any of them sports, but yeah, I guess they're all purple. Purple will be the theme for the many big sporting events that take place in the coming months. For Super Bowl 57, there are two teams in the NFL that wear purple: Baltimore and Minnesota. I guess he's saying that they win the final. I don't know. The upcoming World Cup is tricky. This could be a ritual for England, but for some reason Argentina have an away kit that's purple. Unusual, it's usually blue. So that's interesting, right? That's a bit of the history of the purple thing. The first time I've had my eyes a bit open to that, yeah? And that's a good, interesting observations, man. Interesting observations. And you got to ask, well, hang on a minute. What was the greatest wig of all time wearing? What's the greatest wig of all time wearing at the weigh-in? Yeah, she was wearing purple clothes. Let's have a look.
The quote, Clarissa Shields.
Yeah, so you got Clarissa in the purple underwear. I think she got purple tracksuit bottoms. Okay. Also, Neil got a good eye for this thing, man. Yeah, he makes some very good observations, man. He clearly red pilled to the max. Yeah. So Clarissa Shields also flashing the devil's horns. Okay, on the scales. Earlier on, Alicia Baumgartner. I mean, all women fighters are bums, so I call her the Baumgartner. Also, sticking her tongue out and flashing a slightly different form of the devil's horns, but still doing it. Sticking their tongue out, that's a well-known Illuminati thing. No one sticks their tongue out normally. I can't remember the last time I've seen a normal human being stick their tongue out for any reason. Yeah, just randomly, when they're posing in the club and the pub. No, man, people don't just stick their tongues out, Kids might do it, and they used to do it like as an insult. They don't even do it now. All these celebrities sticking their tongue out endlessly. That's such a clear sign, man. Just look at it. All these Jake Pauls, Fury did it. Baumgartner here. So yeah. So what Neil's saying is that he believes there's some royal kind of theme here with the death of Elizabeth and the colour purple. Do you remember this is days or weeks ago they predicted this about the colour purple. Watch out for the colour purple. Boom. What happens? Chris Shields coming in purple underwear. I've been with a lot of women. I've never seen one wear purple underwear. You get me? I don't think. I mean, I can't remember. Maybe violet underwear, but not like royal purple underwear. So I've been with a lot of women too. I used to, yeah. So, and Clarissa's wearing this royal purple underwear. So, yeah, it's a very interesting observation. And, I guess the thought is, so, a Baumgartner and Clarissa Shields going to win. Is that the agreement? It looks like it, maybe. There's certainly an insinuation there. It's made me think. Now, obviously, also the other thing about, you got to remember Clarissa Shields, right? Yeah? You hear this over and over again. Every time she gets mentioned anywhere by Smith, Shalom, any of these people, Salita, that crew, they always say she's a global superstar. She is she's beyond boxing. She's transgressed whatever, boxing, in a superstar. That's what utter nonsense. They repeat this all the time. But everyone knows it's nonsense. No one know her. Like I said before my videos, I reckon you have to line up 10,000 people in the UK before you found one person that recognised that dumbass. Huh? Oh, yeah, she's that boxer, innit? Most of them go, I don't know, she's an athlete or a rapper or, I don't know, she's on EastEnders. No one have a clue, man. I walk down the streets. I don't think I'd recognise her. I just think she was some hood rat. Anyway, but they carry on telling us how amazing, what a global superstar she isn't, at any stretch of the imagination. So, the feeling is there. So they're trying to push her, as a woman, to be a global superstar. They're trying to transform, which is why they wanted to win. They never say stuff like that about Savannah, do they? If you notice. I don't big her up. They go, oh, she's got huge fans in Hartlepool. Yeah, I'm sure she does, but Hartlepool's different from the globe. Yeah, well, that's if the world is a globe. It could be flat. That's a different question. It's a boxing channel, y'all. It's up to you, man. I ain't convinced. I need to look into that a bit more. I'm not 100% convinced, but nothing would surprise me these days. Believe that. So, I think I'm gearing up for a Shields win points. So, I'm starting to reassess myself. All things being fair, I would have gone for Marshall points, but now I think my boy Neil has a point. And the other thing is, right, okay, there's been these weird little clips, right? Ben Shalom, this first full woman bill in the UK, certainly, and probably with all the world champs on it and whatnot, alleged world champs. But, so there's also been talk, there's been a lot of talk of Shields being born, the male. Savannah as well. Some of the other ones there. Bumgarner. She looks very masculine. And this throughout. I don't really buy the whole all these people are trans or whatnot. I don't know. I think there are some, obviously. I mean, there's Kelly Maloney and what's that decathlete called? That degenerate who was voted Woman of the Year, laughably. What's that thing's called? Jenner. Bruce Jenner. Now it's called something else, Jenner. I don't know, man. I can't keep up with this nonsense. But they're the one. I think the insinuation is loads of these people and Hollywood are gonna are secretly, train troons, and they'll come out at some point. I don't know, man. It's all part of some deception. I don't know about that, but listen to this clip from Ben Shalom.
This is elite championship boxing. Elite championship boxing at the right way between guys in their prime at the right time. Both in Shields Marshall, both in Mayer Baumgartner, between guys in their prime at the right time. Both in Shields Marshall, both in Mayer Baumgartner, and between guys in their prime at the right time.
Now that ain't no slip up, yeah. Clearly speaking about them as male. Elite championship boxing between guys in their prime. And don't give me that stuff. Oh, guys can mention it. No, it doesn't. Between guys in their prime. When you talk about guys, it's always men. Don't give me that nonsense. You get me? So yeah, what can we expect? Possibly a charade. Yeah, we'll see. I'm still hoping that. I'm less cynical than some people think everything's fixed. But like I said, they usually do it by putting all the cards in one guy's camp. But there's something weird going on here. The purple thing is very interesting. Yeah, the devil horn flashing. Is it going for a Baumgartner? Cresta Shields win, double win? We'll see. But it's made me think for sure. Let's see what happens. And it's going to be. I can't believe I'm settling to watch woman boxing, but like I said, it's good for content for the channel, and I'm not going to get excited about it, but if you can look between the lines in a red pill and you can see what's going on, it is very interesting from that approach. It's not interesting from an athletic, perspective of elite global superstars fighting. That's an embarrassment. But learn to read. Take the red pill, guys, if you haven't. I'm saying, and be clean. Peace. See y'all tomorrow. Oh, one more thing I just recognized, when I'm queuing up to wait in. So at the beginning, there's some female I never heard of her. I ain't interested in her name, right? Even Neil missed this, bro. Yeah, Neil, check it out, man. The woman who's the special commentator for this women's fight, this big woman, Bill, guess what she's wearing? Purple. Yeah, I'm starting to buy this, bro. Let's see what happens with the results.